podcast is normally sitting down, so you're one of the select few.
Listen, I'm just a crazy person. What do you want?
There she is.
Oh, there she comes. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to copyright us.
It's over.
Don't want.
It's so over. You sang half a second of a song. Copyright infringement. Your life is forfeit.
I'm forfeit for life.
Yeah, our volumes sound fine.
Okay.
Yep, sound good?
Yep.
All right. Hunters, what is up? I'm peeking the mic. Hold on. Hunters.
Nope.
Just watching the red bar. Hunters. Yeah, all right, good. Close enough. Hunters, what is up? Welcome to episode 3 of the Farcaster Community Cast. We are here with the main crew. Tom, otherwise known as Ryuzu.
How's it going?
And Devin, otherwise known as Schmorblin.
Gamer.
And me, Laurent Gelong, otherwise known as Kevin. Probably wondering why I said episode 3 when this is the first time we've done a long form video.
I was just about to say that. It's like episode 3, and me and Tom are just gonna look at each other just like, yeah, technically, but nothing's made it live till now.
I'm including the unreleased lore of when we tried to make videos and they've never come out. But we did a season wrap up for season 2, and that audio was just terrible. That was like when the channel first launched.
Yeah.
Now we're doing a season wrap up. Then we did a season wrap up for 3. I don't remember what the problem with that was, but then that one didn't work.
It was over an hour long and we couldn't edit in time.
Yeah. I think like one person's mic was like terrible or something, and then that just tanked the whole thing. But here we are, live, all in Tom's room with a mic that picks up everyone's voice.
You can't fuck it up if you're live, or you can, in which case it's just funny.
Yeah.
It kind of works out regardless.
Yeah. All right, Tom. We got a hot PowerPoint presentation, so what are we looking at?
So first things first is all the events that we've had in
Yeah.
this season.
Wow, look at all these events we've had. I don't remember the name of any of these.
I
but...
do love Happier Hunting again, and actually the other Happier Hunting. Those are my favorites.
Yeah. We should probably clarify, this is the season 4, what is it, wrap up, how we feel about it. What do we call this again? I feel like we had a name
Yeah, just
for
a
it.
wrap up.
Wrap up. Just the season 4 wrap up stream, how we feel about the event, what happened, or how we feel about the season. So, I feel like the event lineup we had this season was actually really solid.
I don't think there was a lot of events that felt very boring, except for the ones where they were like, oh, by the way, here's a filler event. Go kill things in groups of people for extra loot.
Yeah.
But
Like, Happier Hunting is always a bummer. Like, always kind of shit. But, I don't know, what do we got here? We have...
So we started
What is
with...
this? Oh, that was the Elder Dragon one.
So we started with the season going live.
Where we get the new monsters that boosted without having to do
Yep.
the story, so that's always good.
After that, we had our Happy Hunting New Year, where they brought back silver and gold.
Yes.
that was a very good event, actually.
It was. It was nice
Silver
seeing
is-
those return.
I said last season that I don't think we're going to get anything better than silver, and honestly, I still stand by that.
I stand by that, too.
I'm going to have to agree. So far, I haven't seen anything even close to
Yep.
silver.
And after Christmas, we had our Elder Dragon New Year event.
Oh, the Elder Dragon... What they call that again? Triumvirate of Catastrophe. That was
Yeah.
like, that was one of my favorite events this year. Like, even like, I mean, like this year, like since the game launched, that was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was really good. That's when I finally got my Kieran 10.5g dual blades.
No, not Kieran. That
No,
was
Kushala.
Kushala. Yeah.
That was a
The
grind.
K one.
And I was farming Nergi while you were doing
You were.
that. I got
You got your hammer.
my god roll of 6 tails in 1 drop. And that was like, I'm still riding that high today after the
Yes.
torture that Kushala put me through.
But guys, Happier Hunting, don't forget.
Yo, Happier Hunting
Yes.
slaps. Okay,
Then
no.
we had those Happier Huntings, which no one probably did.
I did them.
Did you?
Wait, which,
Yeah,
which,
I did every Happy Hunting event because the Xenia game was insane.
wait,
Well,
which event was it that they brought back all of the Driftstones? Was that the New Year one with silver and gold? I think it was, right?
I think it was, yeah.
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 'Cause I remember.
Silver and gold had all the drift stones.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that event was good. Just dragging it back there. Ooh. Got my crit boost on Azure Arms after desperately wanting that, but yeah, okay.
And then the Kieran event.
And after that, we had our global event,
Always good.
which was
And
really
they
good.
didn't fuck it up like they did with Nergigante, and they released Kieran simultaneously.
I know it was just Kieran. It wasn't like, where it was like Nerdigante and Nightshade.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nightshade.
He could just focus on the Elder, and that was great.
yeah.
And they were everywhere.
I feel like they could have had like a field monster that mattered at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
just so you have like for people who are walking, so they have like something to
Something to
do
do.
in between.
Yeah.
Because while it was a good event, it kind of just felt like a driving event.
It was a driving event.
Like there's literally nothing else to do but Kieran, and you want to get between every single Kieran as quickly as possible. But like, I mean, other than that, like, could add like a field monster to it to make it more
Mm-hmm.
exciting, but it was still a solid event.
After
And they
that-
released it free to play as well for people who didn't want to
Yes.
spend money.
which was good too. And after that, we had our new drift
Dauntless, baby!
smells, the Dauntless and Headstrong.
Oh, how many attempts I made at getting a headstrong piece to get exactly one. I think I did like 90 stones.
But aren't you like low key like almost better off with just the one?
Technically, it's either one or
Because like
five.
the scaling, because like the scaling is like you want one piece or at least 4 pieces.
I'd like to have the option to not use only my Tigrex coil on every fight. And pick a good piece to have it on, but it made sense for what I was doing.
And then meanwhile, Kevin and I did like 150 plus smelts just to get full 5 Dauntless.
I mean, Dauntless Bubbly, right?
Yeah,
Dauntless
It's a
bubbly.
good option.
I love it.
it's just a comfy build. Not like the best in the world, but at least comfy.
I mean, it's still my best like dragon element builds. I use it for elder weapons since they have the highest overall damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Makes
that's fair.
sense.
Like Kushala, Hammer, and Nergigante Hammer, like I pretty much use Bubbly on for that.
okay.
So it stacks pretty well.
And then they had the Wilds crossover.
Yeah, the first of 2 Wilds crossover, or I guess soon to be
What
3.
What do we even get during that?
Free shit.
It was,
Like we got a bunch of free shit, but like
it was just a bunch of Zenny and like a Wilds t-shirt.
yeah.
Nothing
And don't
special.
forget the code to use with wilds
Yes.
for potions
On the 28th.
on the 28th.
And after that, we had our fire event.
Solid. I'm actually starting to get kind of bored of these events. Not
You
gonna
know
lie.
what? I don't mind it.
Like,
because
yeah,
it gives
no, I
people a
don't
chance to
mind
catch up.
it. Like, I'm glad
Yeah.
they exist. I am just getting bored of them myself, but
I mean,
I'm still
it's-
glad that they exist.
It's good because it had silver in it again.
Yeah,
So
silver again.
People who still don't have a 10.5 silver weapon, like Devin.
Yeah,
Like
like
me.
Devin.
It's good for those people.
Uh-huh. Those schleps.
Yeah, I need more plates. I need another one of those. Also, gotta remember, all these elemental events are basically required for now the 10-star Huntathons that are out.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have a Thunder event like that right before the 10-star Huntathon, everybody's gonna have a Bone Gun Lance.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like it, but I don't want 4 of them.
Those
Gotta
who-
have some options.
You're gonna have 4 of them? Are you rocking it too?
Don't tempt me. We're mixing it up today.
Dangerous today, aren't we?
And then it was what, Lunar New Year?
Then you had the Lunar New Year, which, how did you feel about that?
I was really
Bone
happy
gun?
they brought back the old armor. Because I thought Crit Boost Helmet was just going to be locked forever. And if, like, you didn't have it on, like, the first
Yeah,
release, you would just never get it.
and I still don't use it.
I mean,
But yeah.
people have it.
Yep.
I'm sure people do use it. That bowgun's actually kind of not bad for Dragon. If you're ever going to make a Dragon bowgun, you happen to have it. It's pretty solid.
I think if they didn't drop Silver Helmet to be just like objectively better.
Mhm.
No,
I'd
Artillery
probably
5 with that, with the Basil helmet out now,
Oh, man.
does so much damage.
Oh shit.
Because it's just normal sticky. So you can
Uh-huh.
just sit there and sticky people's head off. It's almost better than Rejeg. In the sense of just stunning things. If
Wow.
it's Dragon Week, you could just pop their heads off.
Damn.
Hmm.
Wait, what are you talking about? Like what weapon specifically?
The Lunar New Year light bowgun.
Wait, I heard that was
The-
trash. You think?
If you don't have a good one, it is definitely a good one.
Okay.
It's solid.
I'll let you cook.
I killed a 10-star Basarios with a 9-1, and I had no build for it.
Okay, you can cook.
I mean, it's kind of like the dual blades as well. Before we had Devil Jaw, I used the dual blades.
Yeah,
I made
And
those
they were
dual
great.
blades. They look so cool.
I'm sure you used a hammer.
I didn't.
No?
I made the
I was like,
hammer,
I
too.
understand this is trash tier, and I will not upgrade this.
Yeah.
This guy.
I think we had Devil Joe announced at the time, so I didn't really have a reason to upgrade it, or I was looking at leaks or something. I don't know, but
I mean, regardless,
Possibly.
Happier Hunting 2 Electric
Oh.
Boogaloo is
Yes.
here.
thank God, finally.
Which again, those Happier Hunting events really good for Zenny. If you're Zenny poor,
Yeah.
Literally everybody who's spent all their money on weapons,
I mean, for all these events are good for Zenny.
the Happier
Because-
Hunting ones specifically are
You're looking at 5 to 7 pages per event.
That's the other thing. Lunar New Year was really good with the Zenny too.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it was.
Which makes sense because what Lunar New Year is supposed to be. That
Right.
was a very good Zenny event.
Yeah, those are always welcome for the once a year.
Yeah, once a year Zenny kick.
Yeah.
Is there any other exciting once a year events coming? Or is it literally just Lunar New
Leaf
Year?
Erikson Day.
Oh, finally.
Wild Collab 2.
Finally.
I think them giving us free shit in the shop tab, the
Yeah.
The
all
space
those
increases.
collabs ones.
Like-
Yeah.
Fantastic.
800 inventory space, I think was the final one, and then 2 armor refines each drop.
I think they should start doing that every season. I know they already give item box space upgrades. They should probably give shit with it.
Yeah.
Because that felt right. When they come up with a new season, they give you 500 parts, and then you go kill I don't know, 3
now-
Chatacabras, and your inventory is just completely
Well,
stuffed.
now with the Extreme Hunter Pass, we get 500 every month.
I know, but you gotta hand some out for the freebies. It's important.
I mean, even with those freebies, I'm still floating around Cap. In my caps,
Listen, give me your phone right now, and I will make space for you.
Don't do that. He's gonna throw out all your Electro
He
gems.
actively pulled his phone away from me.
He's gonna throw out every Karen Electrogen we have. Just you wait. He wants to have the most from that global event. He's gonna be I still have the highest amount. Erase.
Listen, if I look at your phone and I collectively see 200 at most Puke parts in your inventory, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, it's all the 10.5 weapons I'm trying to save up for Insect Glaive,
Yeah.
and it's just
yeah,
sitting there.
Yeah.
I have the full Rajang ready to go, full Silver ready to go.
Silver, I get.
Just
Rajang,
no-
you're gonna have to convince me of.
Just no Insect Glaive.
Maybe you'll have Skyward.
your item box is forfeit. But Basil, that's
Well,
the next one, right?
Oh no, it's the collab part 2.
Oh, I see the picture of Basil. It's the collab part 2.
Yeah, it's
Then-
over here.
Well, we just talked about that.
Well, we talked about part 1.
Sure.
I mean,
Part 2 is just part 1, but more.
part 2 was just the goodies. I don't think there was a quest for it, was there?
Part 2 gave a hoodie instead of a t-shirt.
Oh, thank God.
See, that's the important
But
part. I see why he
just
stopped.
wait for a part. Just wait for part 3 when you get that secret skin.
Oh, the secret. The new upcoming best skin in the game.
Yep, that with a Palico helm,
Mhm.
gold.
Finally.
Yeah,
Sadly, the only problem is that you can't use it with the ghost.
I know, because it takes up both your waist and your
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
That's a shame. We need a ghost now for the chest, just to.
Just
Yeah,
like,
to
we
the silliness.
just need a spooky ghost armor set where you just have, ghosts floating around every part of your body.
I'll just wait till the next Halloween event. I'm sure they'll do something fun.
Yeah.
Probably.
Especially all the Wilds monsters that are going to be out by then.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spookiest monster, Chatacabra. Oh.
Bless you. Let me try this again. Basil, right? Is that the build up to Basil, or is that actually Basil?
This is now Basil.
That was Basil Blitz, where the rarity of Basil was complete shit until the weekend.
Basil Blitz. Hey guys, look at all these cool Basil. Just kidding.
Yep.
The meme of the guy looking around like, where the hell is everybody? That was me with Basil. I drove down to my local beach like 4 times. There's a volatile area.
Listen, that was
every
the
single-
Devil Joe event.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was all Devil Joe. That's what I'm saying. Every single one of them was Devil Joe.
And after that, we had our Thunder event to actually help prep you for Basil.
Which is necessary, because now that we're experiencing the Basil Hunt-a-thons, people needed thunder weapons.
Which is good. We were seeing a lot of Rajang heavy bowguns and Zenogre heavy bowguns when we were doing those huntathons earlier.
which are good weapons.
Yeah.
Was Kieran the only elder available during that event?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We
We
had,
had like
we had
3
only-
events in a row with one exclusive elder.
Yeah. So I think just
My
Kieran for that.
Crucial enjoyers are in shambles.
And then after that, we had our blast, where it was just Teostra.
Yep, because people love blast weapons and Teostra.
Was it Magnum Mallow?
Magnum
Basil?
Mallow. Basil.
Which good luck
This was
finding
the
him.
real Basil event where he
Yeah.
had double drops.
And that was fantastic.
Okay, that like double drops with a new monster, that's exciting. I take back
with a unique
my
rarity
previous.
six.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fair. That was good.
I mean, the drops were pretty good too. When we did the 70 basils,
Yeah.
you know, we had 15 plates.
69 plus 1, thank you.
Yes.
And then the one we're in right now.
And
right?
then
That's
where
the
we're
last
at
one.
now is the climax event. And this is, well, very
This
solid
is
event.
the best event they've ever made.
I really hope every season has.
Has this.
Yeah.
This is like the gold standard for climax. This is how a climax feels.
I don't think you should continue that sentence.
Wait, you got a problem with my climax?
Only a little.
But the 20% chance for rarity 6 is really good.
I haven't experienced it yet,
Mm.
but I believe you.
Man, that sucks.
I've done almost 9 huntathons.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I've gotten 1 rarity 6 in that spot, and I haven't gotten a rarity 6 anywhere else. I have a feeling it's coming.
I mean, since the event started, I went from 15 plates to 30.
9
Granted-
to 10, take it or leave it.
Let's see what I'm at.
Granted, I
I
was
have the
doubling
game
every
open.
plate, but like,
Let me close
Still.
this stupid stream
But
that
it's
I'm
still
watching.
good. I mean, the fact that it's a 1 in 5 chance from an 8-star or higher,
Yeah.
it's already just good.
Yeah, I
enough
got
for me.
12 plates to drop this event, and I have not doubled any of them.
yeah, so we're not even like halfway in the event yet, and this is
So my RNG is garbage, is what you're saying. So
Yeah,
I need to be with
we
you
traded.
guys. I'll be with you guys, and I'll get better
And a
RNG.
couple of like I think the last 3 hats I've done in a row have actually been stinkers. Sadly, like the first like 5 I did was like plate. It's like, oh, this is the best event ever.
what's my? I'll get the plate from the 8 and the 9, but not the 10.
Uh huh.
Like, explain that.
So
logic.
far, I've only gotten 2 plates in 1 hat. I think one of them was just like a random lucky drop.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, those are all the events we had this season.
Yep.
That's not
Pretty
bad. That
solid
was
events.
15
I know.
events.
I remember being like disappointed by the events last season. Like there were some good ones, but there weren't any that were like, oh. There were lulls where it was like it almost felt like a month would go by and there would be like nothing really exciting, and then like something
Right.
really crazy would happen, like the carnival,
Yes.
and then you're just in a lull again, waiting for Nerd Gigante to come back.
Mhm.
Well, the plebeians like me actually enjoyed the event. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, look
So,
at all these. New
here's some of the
monsters.
new things we got this season. We got Kieran, Basil, Lagombi, Volvodon, Somnicanth, Tigrex. We got the Palico customization,
Wow.
the Cheer feature,
Whoa.
the Switch Axe, and the Tundra biome. Which I know for Kevin,
Yeah.
he calls it the Science
The
Stone
science. I'm glad you I didn't see you add the science stones to that image.
I mean, that is basically what it is. I mean, I
It
see
is.
a lot of Kezu in there, which is nice for Ambers, but really it is all just Cyan.
Yo, I've killed like 10 Kezus in the last like 2 days. I have not got a single rarity 5. I don't know why it's so specifically.
I was going to say Driftstone. I haven't gotten a Driftstone in forever.
But I mean, that's just me all the time. But
But yeah, when the biome came out, I was getting science left and right.
Yep.
Which was great. I needed more stuff.
Like
Skyward
especially with
Striker.
freaking Lagombi being boosted. Oh,
Oh,
everywhere.
speaking of, you remember when the node spot was just an upside down plant,
I do.
and then they had to change it because everyone was like, "This is dumb," and they had to go make one.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I'm glad they changed it. They didn't stick to their ways because that upside down plant thing just looks so goofy.
Don't even know what you're talking about. What?
I think I probably have a video from it, but they had when the tundra biome first released, the node spots where you like hit like the tundra nodes, like the mushrooms right now. It was just the plant icon flipped upside down.
Really?
Yeah, because they didn't. It was almost like a placeholder, but it gave the same stuff anyway because it was a plant, basically a plant node. So they were just like, oh yeah, you know.
Oh, hold on. Someone's invited me to an Earth Crystal event. I gotta get on that.
I see. Yeah, so they basically just put a placeholder on it, and that was it.
find one of these on the map. If I could. Because, I mean, I barely can even tell what it is right now. It's like a... It's supposed to be like a log.
It's a log with mushrooms on it right now. That's what it currently is.
I can't find a single node.
But yeah, I think
There's
that...
some. It was literally just this, but upside down. That's all it was.
Yeah, any remembrance of that
Yeah.
that plant node has kind of been erased from existence.
Wow,
feel
I guess so. I
But
feel like I'm getting Berenstain Bears right now.
yeah, that was a thing. It wasn't very long, but it was a thing. Tom's on the hunt. He's looking for it.
I am.
I think it's going to be really hard to search for. The only way we're going to find is looking back in my videos and seeing if I somehow got. Maybe.
All right, but yeah, the so how we feel about the monster lineup this season?
So let's start with.
Want to bring us back?
So you're
there
going
we
to say
go.
let's start with Legiana first.
Lagombi, you know, it exists.
I haven't seen a single person in any of the dimensional links or our groups use shared shield.
Is that like a thing that pops up if someone's using it?
To my knowledge, yes.
It
I don't know
it
because I've never
should.
used it myself. I'm pretty sure it's if you have shared shield active,
You know what?
everybody gets
I'm
increased
just gonna
armor.
be a homie from now on. I'm just gonna throw some Lagombi gear on.
If you got shared shield on, you're a real MVP. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's anywhere from 30 defense to 150 defense during the group hunt.
And considering all my
You need
armor is
5
8-1,
pieces or you need.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: is every 100 defense is basically taking 50% less damage.
Right. Which naturally, you need at least then 4 shared shields for that because 3 is 90.
Yeah.
So they can't give you that free one at 3.
How many? I'm gonna look at Lagombi gear real quick.
yeah, ice attack greaves too, though. Those were solid.
I mean, you can only get, I think, 3 anyway. Nope,
I see.
4.
Because the arms have
Oh, 5.
1. Okay.
No, the arms have
ch-
2.
the-
You get 1 at rank 2, 1 at rank 4. Unless that's a head.
Also, I'm just throwing out there. Well, a Lagombi coil could easily have 2 drift smelt slots on.
It could have. That would have made it better.
I'm surprised they didn't, honestly. I don't think it would have been broken if they did that. I think the 2 drift smelt slot thing on armors that aren't as commonly wanting to be used. That's probably the worst way of phrasing it. If the armor is not commonly used, it may as well have 2 drift smelt slots. It's
Yeah.
not game breaking to have like evade extender with 2 drift
like
smelt slots.
yeah, like bubbly 2. You
Yeah.
know, who wants that? May as well put 2 on.
I don't know why they put 2 drift smelt slots on that. That was actually a mistake, honestly.
The fuck! How dare you?
I say as someone who does not have bubbly because I can't use it on bow guns.
That's because you're just too afraid to.
I mean, I tried. I don't know if you saw that clip way back when I actually tried.
I remember
it.
you sending that.
Yeah, it was a thing. I wouldn't recommend it. Anyone's got a bow gun out there and wants to build bubbly, no.
But it's weird because that coil was 2, right? But then if you go spoiler, is the new
Oh
Azoros,
man,
right? Is that how it's pronounced?
Arzuros.
Arzuros? Like his
Don't this ain't the Leaks channel?
his chest gets 3 of shared sword for the attack. Why does attack get an extra 1 compared to defense?
I don't know, man.
Because it's not a dumb bunny.
It's a dumb bear.
Okay. We like bears more than bunnies, apparently.
I mean,
What's
look
the
at it.
damage was on? Jeez, that's crazy.
Like that's better than
Is that's just for you though, right?
No, it's a
No,
shared short.
it's shared.
Oh, wow.
Shared is in the title, my guy.
Wow. What happens if everyone has shared shield
Yeah,
or shared
it's
shared
whoever
sword?
has the highest
Okay.
of it.
Yeah.
It's like even 240.
Leaks
That's
aside.
Yeah, whatever.
Leaks aside,
Yeah.
ice attack weapons are a good option.
Lagombi.
Lagombi weapons are really good for beginners for ice weapons because they think the best beginner ice weapon was either Barioth or Legiana, which are not beginner friendly. They're not easy to fight, especially for most of the melee builds out there. I've started dabbling in lance. I don't know how you guys kill Legiana with a melee weapon.
That's fun. You don't.
You don't.
Yeah, because like
You take 5 hits and hope it dies.
yeah, this is a good option for ice for like the beginning. It's nice.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, it comes with lock-on, so
That's true.
It's-
That's solid.
it's good for any beginner.
and then Volvidon. This might be like one of my least favorite fights in the entire game
What do
right
you
now.
mean? You know what? I think the thing that made me the most upset about Volvidon is learning that he has ears.
Yeah.
You don't
Armadillos.
think of him having ears, and as soon as you see it, he just looks like a little goblin ninja turtle from then on.
Wow.
That makes me upset. Morph Boost is amazing.
He
though.
also introduced like the worst skill in the game, special insurance.
What do you mean?
What do
The
you
best
mean? What
skill?
do you mean?
10-star T-Rex? You're gonna eat shit anyway.
Oh,
You may
you're
as well
right.
have special insurance.
Dude, fighting spirit, like proc fighting
Hey.
spirit, and then like die. You're one hit away from procking fighting spirit again. Wow.
He's got it.
The build it
But-
makes
but
itself.
listen, it gives you a paralysis lance.
Does
The bow
give
gun
you-
I heard was a hot garbage, but I see people use it anyway because they didn't have the carnival event. That's basically we have the carnival bow gun at home.
Yes.
That's what that is. Somnicanth. I hear evasive reload is incredibly good. I refuse to use it. Against my standards.
You know, maybe evasive. Is there evasive reload on the helmet?
There's evasive
Oh,
reload
there is.
1 on the helmet.
With
I
the
think.
Yo, Bubbly with Somnicant helmet with the with the gun lance.
It's an
Could be
option.
Gaming.
That is truly an
It
option.
does reload shells. So yeah.
Is it 1 or 2? Just one.
I think the meta is using cluster ammo with evasive reloads because cluster ammo
Yeah,
just does so
because they're
much
powerful.
draw,
Yeah.
and then you just dodge and dump cluster into everything. Which with the new Basil bowgun, it comes with evasive reload too.
Yeah.
You would only need the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not my playstyle, but I think it would do a lot of damage. It's just fire weapons are so contested.
Mm-hmm.
No blast bowgun. Very sad.
Hate to see it.
And status sneak attack, solid for the melee builds.
Yeah. Especially if you get the Root Awakener.
Yeah,
Using sleep.
that's true. I forgot it comes with Root Awakener.
Not a status person. I feel like I have nothing to contribute to that.
One day I'll make the dual blades for us.
Nice.
One
Sleep
day.
dual blades. I am very curious to see how those perform.
I've seen videos. They're really good.
Somnicanth dual blades sound crazy. With status sneak attack, and then you just end up behind them with the spec anyway. So.
I just don't have the patience to farm like 300 of these.
What do you mean? They're on the target ball list. It's fine. So easy.
Higher priorities.
I hate fighting Somnicanth. He's the worst. He's just like, he roars, and then he goes, oh, by the way, did you want to go to bed? And you go, no. And he goes, too bad. And then he just makes this giant ring of going to bed. The ring of Benadryl.
But then you could special through that, and then you're up again. You're great.
I don't want to do that. I just want to kill him.
Listen, speaking of roars, the one with the strongest roar ever.
Nice
Yeah.
segue. Tigrex is such an interesting fight because the way that he works for melee users is completely different than the way he works for range users. I've seen you two fight him. It looks completely different.
Uh-huh.
And for me, it's usually I sticky his head until he falls over, and then he just starts doing the race car thing. But for you guys, he's just like throwing snowballs, and he's like trying to like palm you. He's biting.
Just like, "Ah."
I'm like, oh look, it's a real fight. And then for me, he just puts his little vroom vroom wheels on and starts driving around.
He has
No.
a tailspin that always kills me.
It gets me too, dude.
I think I've finally gotten good at dodging that tailspin.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's
but it's-
universally so hard to dodge.
Yep.
Crit ferocity though, that's nice. I've been very much enjoying the lottery of seeing whether I hit 5 million or 5.
I mean, it's definitely a game changer for a lot of the negative affinity builds.
Yeah. I don't know. I was pretty high on crit ferocity at the start, and now I'm just like kind of downward trending on it.
So you think it's a trap?
I mean, it's definitely a trap for like higher, unless you actively want to fish for like 10 minutes on like the same monster to get like either a record or just like to finish it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Crit
Like, you're not-
ferocity is supposed to reduce the problems of negative affinity.
yeah,
So like if you had like 2 levels in it, it's like you had crit.
Yeah.
Right? That's the argument to give.
Mm-hmm.
But like at that point, if you have like crit ferocity 5, you really are just gambling, especially Hammer Bro.
yeah.
He's like,
if
I
you're
wonder
not-
if I hit 40k this time. Nope, reset.
yeah, if like your highest, I keep on wanting to say mana value. If your highest motion value
Mm-hmm.
attack doesn't get that crit, then it's just like I don't even know what I'm doing. Nothing like the dinky like starting attacks, getting like the big hits, and then you do
do
like
the
the
golf
big
swing.
upswing, and it's like
Yeah.
Net crit.
basically.
I don't know. We'll have to see next season with the speculation if it'll be any good, but I'm still kind of low on it. I mean, for weapons that have like really even motion value stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty good.
Dual blades.
Like
bow
for
guns.
things that attack fast,
Yeah.
even like sword and shield have been enjoying it. I'm here,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I was hoping it was better for hammers and slower weapons, but apparently not. No, I don't know. If I look at the the speed running leaderboards, I feel like even greatsword competes with crit ferocity. So
The only thing is negative 40% over 30, but the stat pool is very similar to Black Diablos.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just really need to want the negative affinity
Right.
on the weapons or the ability. I mean, comes with crit ferocity rule 1, which, to my knowledge, kind of just negates the negative crit altogether.
yeah, I'm looking at the speed runs for Great Jagras just to start. And for 10 stars, there was a 44-second with Tigrex Greatsword. So clearly they can make it work.
They
Yeah,
clearly can do
because-
something.
But
Yeah, because max crit ferocity reduces the affinity by 30%. So I'll put Tigrex at 70.
Right. Which is pretty low, but it's
Yeah.
always the same chance to.
it's 70
Whereas
and then 30-ish,
Right. Yeah,
whatever
it
that
doesn't become
exact
more
number
likely
is.
to crit. It just does more damage on crit when you
Right.
crit. So your crits just become better, but it
Yeah.
always lowers your affinity as the cost.
yeah, you'll deal 250% more damage.
Right.
All right, I gotta make a quick call real quick. So you guys want to hit him with an ad, take a break, and I don't know, vamp for a minute?
Sure.
Sure. I mean, you
Yeah, you
go
just got this out of the video.
outside.
Yeah.
I take the call because they'll probably pick you up in there.
Oh, true. Don't want to ice. Oh, yeah, that's right. With all the testing. Okay, yeah, just gotta take a call quick. I'm gonna leave my shoes. It's okay.
Truly a skill issue.
Yes. Probably the condo.
I would think so. Yeah. That seems like a pretty important phone call. I'm pretty sure it's just me and him watching this anyway.
That's
Just the
fine.
two of us. Doesn't matter. If anyone else is there, speak now or forever hold your peace. And by that I mean you can hold your peace. You don't have to. It's okay. You can just talk.
We could talk about the lock on part break Greaves.
Wait till he gets back because you want to cut this whole segment out if you're doing it in a video.
True.
I will say though, at least off topic, the Tigrex fight is probably the most fun fight.
I mean, it was a learning curve of a fight for at least melee.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It doesn't matter where you are. It's still a learning curve. But like, at least feeling like you're actually going to die when he hits you
Mm-hmm.
is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because when Lagambi hits you, it's just like, all
You
right.
take like 10 damage and you're like, all right.
And then Tigrex hits you, you just like limp on the floor. Yamcha pose in the crater, just like help, please. Big oofs.
Yup.
I still want to kill a 10-star Tigrex myself, but that's just so hard.
Yeah.
I don't have the cojones, and by that I mean the potions, to do that.
The bank account.
Definitely not the bank account. I
No.
refuse. I refuse to do that.
If we had the bank account, we'd be spending 100 potions trying.
Oh yeah, for the channel, but
But-
that's hard.
But I don't think, at least with Dual Blade, anyone's cleared 10 star.
I don't know how easy it is to clear a
Let-
10-star Tigrex with a melee weapon.
Let's check the leaderboard. So 10 star, Dual Blades. Nope, someone actually did. They use Nergigante Dual Blades to clear it in 62 seconds.
62 seconds.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's really good. I'm pretty good.
I take 90 seconds. Hammer has 2 clears, 65 seconds and 51 seconds.
Someone killed a 10-star Tigrex with a 10-2 switch axe.
A 10-2 switch axe.
10-2. That's insane.
Sword and Shield has multiples. Only 1 lance, 74 seconds.
Not me. I'm scared.
Hold on, am I reading this right? Is this Switch Axe or Charge Blade? One next to Lance.
Lance. That's Charge Blade next to Gun Lance.
36 seconds to kill it.
A 10-star?
A 10-star? We gotta watch that later.
Alright, I'm good.
They're not.
Let's just say I feel better about myself.
Good.
Where were we?
We're
And
on.
cut. We were talking about Lock-On Partbreaker 2 Greaves.
Oh yeah, those do exist.
I mean, it's good to have lock-on options.
I thought you were a Partbreak enjoyer.
Not really, no. Actually the opposite.
No,
My entire worldview has been shattered.
I think that's
Listen,
Ryan.
every time I break the damn head, the monster like jumps 50 feet behind it, and then it's usually on like the second swing I break the head, so then like the big upswing will always miss because they're just like
That tracks, actually. That makes a lot of sense.
Sorry, I had to that kind of triggered a rant within me. But
I hit a weak spot.
I mean, I'm glad that they're there. It was better than the alternative of like the garbage alloy greaves or whatever
Yeah.
those were.
Having
It
a
was.
decent
Like what
pair
even
of
was it?
Lock-On-
Like windproof and health boost or
No,
something?
windproof.
Just windproof. Yeah, trash. Honestly, even like health boost would be. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good that those exist. I'm not like, whatever.
I wouldn't say go craft it now, but
Yeah,
if you
like
need
if you need it,
if you
it's
need
there.
lock-on,
GG.
just to slide in, I would take it.
I mean, there's a better lock-on piece that came out this season that makes me less excited for it.
yeah. Don't worry,
But
we'll be going
that'll
over
be
that.
later. Yeah.
More to come.
Speaking of Crit Ferocity, I forgot he has it too. But
Yeah, armies.
he kind of filled in all of the spots that builds were crying about. Like every build's like, oh man, this piece does nothing for me, and then they were like, oh hold up, Basil, check this out, and then all of the pieces had something for everybody.
Yeah. You had artillery coil, which is really good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
solid option for Artillery 5.
You had the Valor chest and greaves.
The chest having 3 is just like bonkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Valor
With
5
the drift slot.
with 2 pieces, and you get blast attack if you're making a blast weapon. You got both,
Yeah,
so that's pretty nice.
sounds that's why Basil Lance
Basil
with the Valor 2 Greaves at least. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cooking.
Crit Ferocity gloves, which is pretty
Yes.
solid. And then my, of course, favorite, the Reload Speed helmet, which I was begging for a helmet that actually had some purpose, and now they gave me one.
Wow.
Thank you, Niantic.
Yes.
And it even has artillery too.
It does, which means I get to use it on my T-Grex bow gun, and it actually has purpose. Very nice. They really needed to do that. I think if they're gonna make more like monsters halfway through a season, they need to do it like this one.
Right.
They don't obviously have to have it be like a volatile hunt, but if they're gonna do it, they need to fill in some gaps.
Yeah.
I will say though, like I feel like everyone was like kind of screaming that Basil's a volatile monster, but like, how many Basil did we fight? And it was all just like either from volatile, from the Hunt's-Not. Like they're doing a good job of introducing the like higher rarity monsters.
I think the problem was that the first week of Basil coming out, finding
that one
Basil
sucked.
was just like
That was trash.
it was like trying to hit a lottery, and then when you won the lottery, you go there to get the money, and they were like, flip
Here's
this
a-
coin.
Here's a claw.
Flip this coin. If you land heads, you get the Basil. If you land tails, you're getting a saliva later.
But I mean, between the volatile event and what we have so far, I've killed 200 Basils. Like that's pretty good for a new monster.
They're available.
Yeah.
Which is good. They weren't
I
available.
don't know how available they'll be after this event.
That's my concern.
Like, is it gonna, if it's just gonna be either 50-50 or even worse, like 90-10, like the Basil Blitz.
My
event.
opinion, keep them in Huntathons. Don't make it all 10. It should be Devil Joe.
Yeah,
and
they'll
Basil should
probably
be switched
sub
around.
out Devil Joe for
Yeah.
Basil in the
They could probably do
Giga
both.
Hunt.
Yeah, they could do both. I feel like they should swap them out, like Devil or Basil at the
Right.
end,
Yeah.
because giving them both just feels like it really handed it to us.
Yep.
Because they have so many other like rarity 6 monsters that are
Yeah.
really important that I don't think Devil Joe or Basil should be in the same one because they have a lot of options now, and I don't think they're gonna go run away anytime soon. We're probably gonna have a lot more options next season.
Probably.
But speaking of things that were
Well-
very hard to find at the beginning, but easier later, Kieran, that was a fun one. I like how they increased the Huntathons to 8-star more commonly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you weren't just finding 6-star Kirins everywhere. 'Cause
Right.
that would have really sucked.
They did that? I didn't know they increased it.
During the Kirin event, like right before it, they went, okay, all Elder Dragon interceptions are going to be more likely to be 8-star
Yeah, so
monsters.
it was
Yeah.
like 80% for 8-star and then 20%
It
for
still
6.
felt pretty high. It still felt like we found a lot of 6s.
Yeah,
But
but now it was more common, and that's
Yep.
staying like that. It wasn't just an event thing.
Yeah,
Which is good because
it was a much needed feature.
they
Mhm.
really needed to do that. Kirin Flashstorm.
do you guys
incredible.
actually use any of the Kieran stuff in your Thunder builds?
I do.
I
Yeah.
have almost every piece at grade 8 because almost every piece is good.
Honestly, I think Kieran gear, since I'm not actually making the weapon, I think that's going to be the first set I actually try to grade 10 the whole. And start working on that metal. The grade 10 armor metal.
Well, I mean, you're probably not making the pants, but
I mean, if I'm getting the metal, I have to make the pants.
Bowgun, it's time. No, those pants are really good. If you have a, well, first off, Karen Light Bowgun's incredible. May as well just say it there. And the recoil down greaves work with it. But if you have an electric bowgun, the recoil down greaves are like free damage.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
Yep.
It's not even an option.
Yeah, Kieran. Yeah, all of the other like Elder gear almost like is kind of trash tier in terms of like, the skills, but they really went all out with Kieran for basically no reason.
I mean, I feel like out of all the elders, Kieran's like the flagship elder. It's in almost every game. The only one it wasn't in was Rise.
He's a cool looking unicorn thing.
Yeah, I mean it is, but like
The lock on helmet was really nice too. Even if you
And with
don't have
Fighting
lock
Spirit.
on. Yeah, even if you don't have lock on, Fighting Spirit and Kieran Flashstorm.
yeah,
It's just two solid skills that you don't really want to miss out on a electric build.
I mean, I use the helmet, gloves, and coil, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, almost every piece is worth making.
Yep.
And then you take now the basil, chest, and greaves. You have a really solid thunder build.
That's true. Yeah, you could slot all of that in. Yeah, the only one I didn't grade 8, I think, is the belt, but I just didn't have the parts for it. It's
Yeah.
still good. And
yeah, that build really does make itself for just like 3 Kieran and then Basil.
And 2 basil, yeah.
and the weapons coming with latent power is also really nice too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Oh, what's that? Is that a blurred out hammer on the screen?
No, that would be silly. It's no.
That's crazy. Who would have thought?
It's okay. I'm still a Zynoker enjoyer. I wouldn't want to make a Kieran weapon anyway.
Yeah, they did really good on that event. I think if they do another ticketed event, and they will, let's be honest, not an if.
Let's
Oh,
be
yeah.
real.
When
That's
they
how they're
do-
introducing every single Elder
Yeah,
now.
When they do another ticketed event, it should be like this one. I think it was a really... I mean, the drive around thing wasn't great for a lot of people. Maybe having something on the side.
I mean, at least the next ticket event will also not be in the winter, so there's less incentive to like be in your car.
I mean,
That
maybe,
is true.
Like,
maybe that's why they
you
did.
can go like biking or something. You never want to do a ticket event walking. That's just a waste of time. But like biking, that's like great.
Like all the walking we did for the Nergigante one.
Yeah, I mean that was that was more of an experience.
That was cardio.
Because that was like
It was cardio.
That was truly cardio. You're gonna take a 10-minute walk to get to Nergigante and kill it in the last 4 seconds before it goes away. It was good though. I mean,
yeah, it was.
But I'll say it's definitely a staple for future ticket events.
gonna have to agree with that.
You know, there's just something about hitting an Elder Dragon interception like 60 times in a day that just feels good, you know? It's like, oh, so much value.
Yeah, I think out of the 2 days, I did a total of like 173 Kirans or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I cared, I could have
You probably
probably
would've.
gone harder on it, but like, I was like, all right,
But without a hammer.
me and the homies, we did it. I have nothing to build towards, but it's still fun. All right, I'm good.
And having that extra 10 HP was kind of nice, honestly, for the cheers.
Oh, with the cheers? Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice that they're bringing a feature for the friends list that is better than just like existing with your friends.
I don't know. I feel like to me, it just feels like it's about the same as just existing.
It feels like a stepping stone to me. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they can do more. They're just working towards it.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping
I
they
don't want them to go hard on it, like adding like attack, like maybe defense in addition to HP would be cool, but like,
Mhm.
I said they should give you a feature that lets you get little pieces of potions.
oh,
So that when you collect with all your friends, they'll give you like a free potion.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
that-
that would be interesting.
But that way there's a little more incentive to like
Yeah.
have friends.
because
and-
honestly, I haven't even used my 10 cheers today, and it's already 8 o'clock.
Do you think there'll be different types of cheers down the line? So if we have an HP one now, do you think they'll do like an attack cheer
I
and
don't
a
think
defense
s-
cheer?
I don't think they'll change. I think they'll just, if anything, I think they'll just buff cheers. I don't think they're gonna like add variants of it.
If they were going to add variants, I think they would add variants to the person. Like if you wanted to get cheers,
Mhm.
you choose what type of cheers you get, and then people are still handing them to you the same.
Yeah.
It's just what you get out of it's different. That way, people aren't like, "Oh, you didn't give me my defense cheer." Unfollow, because that could be kind of toxic.
I don't know, I kind of like that now.
Excuse me, you didn't cheer me. It's been 3 days. You're fired. I
Imagine
think it was cool,
it's just like affinity cheer. Every cheer is 1% affinity.
though. No, please, my negative affinity is spoiled.
Like, you gotta cheer for negative affinity.
You suck. And they're just cursing you out.
The Palicos, that is an option. I mean, it's cool to have. It doesn't
I
do anything.
completely ignored that feature. I'll be honest.
I'm hoping that they do a little more customization with them.
I mean, it would be nice if you could like interact with it to get like rewards or somehow, you know.
It's gotta be in the hunt with me. What's taking so long?
That's the one. It has to
I gotta-
either be in the
I
hunt.
gotta be able to craft the Palico armor and like have them in the hunt with me.
Unlock Prowler mode.
Yeah.
Or just let it give you buffs throughout the fight, or like healing, like it
Yeah,
does
give
in
it
Wilds.
what's the world and the world's song one where it's like the jamboree or something.
Oh yeah.
We're just like playing on random instruments throughout the fight.
Or have the
No,
Palico cook the meat for
No,
you.
I need the
Oh.
Palico that throws the bombs.
Oh yeah. The Plunder
Extra
Blade?
damage.
Hello? You don't want extra drops? So you could
Excuse
sell
me, my
Nope.
DPS.
Listen, I'm using dual blades. I gotta kill these 10 stars somehow.
I
Yep,
can't wait
yep,
for the
true,
next
true.
challenge where it's Palico only 10-star monsters, and then you just pray your Palico as the RNG to crit on the monster over and over again. Well, you bring up a good point. Someone mentioned when 11-star monsters are going to be here.
Oh yeah.
I am curious if they're even going to do that.
I mean, they could do like a high rank or a master rank type thing for Monster Hunter Now. I feel probably when we hit the 2-year mark,
That's fair. I think, and then at that point,
because when we were close to the 1-year mark, they gave us the HR increase from 200 to 300.
right.
So I can see the close to the 2-year mark, them turning around and doing a high rank.
Would be interesting to see master rank raids. You have to be like hunter rank 200 to.
I don't know, but
apply to it.
do we want all that that layer of like intense grind needed? Like I know I do, but like I can't trust the general player
Well-
base to be on the same level as what
Well,
I'm doing.
It's going to be tough because not everyone goes to 10-star, right? You know,
Yeah.
A lot of people will.
Like a lot of people will just sit at 8-star or 9-star worlds
Right.
and just be like, "Yeah,
Quiz-
I'm good."
Because they're looking just to have fun in a casual game.
Yeah.
Not looking to
Can't
be
even
like
imagine.
hardcore, maxing everything out.
Yeah, I think if they're going to do it, they either have to increase the amount of damage you do, or the master rank, let's say we're calling it that,
Yeah.
in the huntathons is only accessible if you've killed a 10-star monster. Those would be the only two ways I can see it, or both, really,
Well, no,
to
it
be
would,
honest.
It would probably be an HR cap. So you might have to be, was it 150 for a 10-star?
Well,
So
I'd say 200 for
I mean,
11,
if they're gonna
but
make it
yeah.
11, grade 11 or 11 stars, they probably also have to make grade 10 more accessible because I feel like it's
Well, it's supposed to be challenging. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
but like I don't know, you're not gonna be able to. You can't expect like the casual player base to like end up with the grade 11 stuff or even close to that.
Which is kind of my point, where if you want to access it, it should be multiple things that should stop you. That way, the people who are serious about the game, who want to put in the time and want to kill a master rank, aren't bogged down by people who are, I don't want to say playing casually, but aren't as interested in trying their hardest. Right? Because you can play casual,
You
still
could also
try
just
really
say
hard.
they suck.
I mean, you might suck. It depends if you're using a bone gun lance. I mean, but really, I just think you have to be able to distinguish people who really care about trying their hardest from people who are just there for the loot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if you're on, let's say they put out Master Rank and it's an 11-star monster, chances are it's probably going to have its own unique rarity 7 drop.
Finally.
Let's be honest.
It probably would.
Or like either its own unique one, or if it's just like a random like 11-star Bombar or something, for
Right.
example, it's going to have like a Gem Shard 2 Electric Boogaloo on it.
Yeah.
Finally, Wyvern Jim.
Yeah, not the shard, the whole gem.
whole
We
gem.
finally got it. Yeah, because the HP scale's pretty hard.
Yes, it does.
So I'd be curious to see them do it, and I do think year 2 would probably be the best time to do it. I gotta agree with that.
So I know they said
Banborough will once again be the punching bag of 11-star monsters.
Probably. It's gonna be
Probably.
the first thing you gotta farm for.
Yep.
your Wyvern gem.
Wyvern gem.
So you can get your 11-star switch axe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or 11-star. Grade 11.
You gotta go back to farming the original Wyvern gem shard materials so that you could get it high enough so you could farm like Zinogre and stuff,
Yep.
and then you go up the chain. No, honestly, I'm kind of seeing this.
Well, now that we're here, did any of you build a switch axe, or was it just me?
No. I have the gold switch axe for that quest.
Yeah,
back.
I built.
Yeah, we
one.
did. I was using the switch axe the other day with you.
I toned that out because I didn't like that. My brain destroyed that part of my memory because you were using a switch axe and it felt wrong. So I'm the only one who actually tried the switch axe out of the three of us.
Build one, like a grade 5 switch axe. I think it was the Black Diablos one, just to test it out.
What'd you think?
It was good. Like, if I had the parts, I'd probably max one out just to have.
I agree. I mean, I think it's really powerful, at least from what I don't want to say little testing, because I did make a bunch of them. From what testing I did, I think it's really reliant on learning how to use a meter, which can be hard, but I think it's easier than Charge Blade and harder than, like, Longsword. So it's, like, right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Not to call it longsword users, it's still kind of hard, but like it's the meter management's quite
It is still
different.
the kind of weapon you have to watch a 5-minute tutorial on before you actually.
Yeah, that I would agree with. I do think
because I just use it for that quest. I'm just like I just tap. I could change it into lightning mode.
I do think it's kind of goofy that you can spec and land on their head, and then if they move around too much, then you just get flung off.
Mm-hmm.
Because the spec has almost always been something that is stagnant. It's the same thing every time. Like, if you spec with Sword and Shield, you're doing your whole combo regardless. You do the whole goofy swings. If you miss them, then you miss them, but you're still going.
Or Dual Blade, as long as you tap them, the entire special goes off regardless of where the monster moves.
Exactly, but you can hit the Switch Axe spec, land on them, stick the Switch Axe in, and if they start spinning around, you'll get thrown off early, even with the spec.
Wow.
Which is interesting. It's a nice way of changing it, and it could technically be better, I guess, depending on what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice change, I think, from like the standard I press spec and then the game plays itself.
Good old spinning bludgeon.
And yeah, it does so much damage, though.
Yeah,
it really does. If you're willing to invest in it, it's amazing.
Well, that's it. That's all that dropped this season.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
but it was still a lot.
It was. I mean, well, we have Pepe coming in a couple of days, but we don't really know enough about him yet to say anything. So that'll probably come later.
Yes, Chupacabra does come Friday.
With the Wilds Part 3 continuation. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna be live streaming the shit out of this, I think, over the weekend.
Yep.
Yes, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we will be live streaming Wilds. So if you want to hang out with us, you could join us on Discord or chat with us on YouTube chat.
Yep. We'll be there. Ready. Yeah, I'm ready to sink my life into it. It's only unfortunate it's like the same time as this crazy climax event.
You know,
am I gonna leave my home to do a Basil Hat? No.
I never played the mainline games. I want to say, for at least from what I played with the demo, I think it's a really good game. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it because I tried Rise once and it just was not for me.
That's surprising.
But they dummied it down enough that my P-brain can find where I am on the world map. So that's enough for me.
You could probably go back to after finishing Wilds, you could probably go back to Rise and Worlds pretty comfortably.
I could, but why would I?
Because World is still one of my favorite games.
World is still probably one of the best.
Skill issue.
That's right.
We play the most mainline... What's the word I'm looking for? Recent game out here.
I will start from scratch and I'll buy it on PC and play with you.
No. I refuse.
I will buy it for you on PC.
That's great. I won't play it.
Wow.
I refuse.
This guy.
I want to play Wilds. It's fun. Also,
this is in 2 years from now when we're finally ready to move on from Wild. It's yes.
And yet again,
let's have a real world experience.
I can't find them when they run away. That's why this game's nice. It's oh, you're a lost idiot? Check this out. Up on the D-pad. We're oh, look, it's doing it for me.
That is pretty nice.
Because I get so lost. There's just so much stuff going on.
You would love the Ancient Forest.
Yeah, you think I'm good in now, just wait till I play when I play Wilds and get lost every 4 seconds. I'm going to be really good at getting lost. It's going to be a professional.
But I mean, the only information we have on Chatacabra is he is weak to thunder.
Wow.
So
Big.
So all this Kieran's you're farming right now during this climax.
Finally.
event,
we can use to hunt the next big monster. The first punching bag of wild.
I can't wait to fight 10-star Pepe. I'm so excited.
You know what? Honestly, me too. He just falls over in the wild Spada. I want to see if he can, like, actually... if that's stupid...
Dude, you're gonna stun him like 6 times.
You're goddamn right.
You're gonna bonk him in the head.
But once he comes out, we will definitely be covering it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not today.
No. Wait, you mean covering wild or...
No, covering Chatacabra.
We're gonna cover Chatacabra. We're gonna stop playing... Well,
2 minutes to cover him. We want
You're
to
right.
KO.
This is the monster. These are the skills. They suck. Moving on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I guess so. Hope you guys enjoyed our Monster Hunter Wilds podcast.
Yep.
Hopefully this one actually airs.
Thumbnails are done.
Thumbnails were done for the last ones.
I think thumbnails were done for every one that we did. This is the 3rd one we're recording, and I think it's the only one that's got seen by mortal eyes.
Yep. And Ben's got our back.
A lot of people got our back. We got this.
Yo, Gaming Sarko's here too. Let's go.
I mean, not anymore.
Not anymore, but like he was.
Oh, no, he is. See ya.
See ya. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's good then. We gotta go around the town and hit some basil geese before this event ends and before we get tired for the night. So I guess we should call it here.
Yep.
Yeah?
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Yep.